the top. Let's go.
Hey everybody, and welcome to my channel. Video is going to be very different. I went on LinkedIn to just kind of like look around, check in with some people, and then do like some encouragement, but also network. And I hate to see some of the posts sometimes. Because it makes me really, really sad. I know when I was looking for a job, sometimes it could be extremely discouraging, especially when you don't know, like you put in all of your applications and you get ghosted, or there's like an automatic decline because you know the AI is looking over your application. But here's the thing though, some people are really, really gung-ho on you not having any gaps in between your employment. Now, before I broke into the tech industry, I was working in the at-home call center, so I, was able to fill my gaps by being in the at-home call center and continuing on with my work. But some people literally take off because they have other obligations. So I came across this post by a young lady, and she says, "No way. My candidate had a 5-year gap in her resume. After she interviewed with the client, the feedback I got from them was very disappointing. It said, your applicant presented herself very well and seemed qualified, but 5 years off is a long time. We can't take that risk." First and foremost, I don't agree with that employer's reply. But this is the HR representative who made a post, very public post. So I'm not reading something that is not public. The next part is off. So the HR representative, the recruitment consultant was like off. She had taken that break to be a stay-at-home mom when her first child was born. In addition, she was assisting her aging parents. She did not hide this on her resume. She wrote professional sabbatical to care for her family. So here's the thing. I'm a graduate of Wesleyan College, and it's first for women. I'm not a feminist, but I also believe in women having rights as far as us being able to, if we choose to be a stay-at-home mom, we should absolutely be able to have that opportunity to do so. Or if you feel like going to go work a full-time job, like if you want to raise your kids and let them be at home and not have to send them to daycare when they're younger and then go to get your career later, I say do what works best for your family. There's not a one-size-fits-all for every single scenario. But I find a problem with when a person wants to stay at home, start a family because it was her first child. She wanted to stay at home, get to know her family, get to know her new family member, and then also help with aging parents. That's just a part of life. And so I don't like that, but it's very much so a reality. Like, women have to choose between being able to have it all. Like, you got to be this superhero of sorts to be able to just like, oh, we expect for you to just drop this baby and then hop your tail back on to work, when I don't agree with that. It's so many layers deep. It really pisses me off. Okay, so the next part is and she explained all of this during the job interview. So that's what the HR recruiter said. She's like, the lady was very transparent. She told what she should say. And she was just transparent, like, hey, this is the reason why I took off, and not trying to hide anything. She was very transparent even in her resume, and she was transparent in her interview. I don't see the problem. And then so the lady in HR said, "Risk, this is an excellent candidate who kept her skills up to date, okay? Yet all my client could see was the gap. A gap in employment history should not discount someone's ability." I agree. Shouldn't a gap in employment be expected at some point in one's career? If a candidate has the right skills and attitude to do the job, shouldn't that not be enough? So I want to look through some of the comments here and see where the consensus is. Some people are saying that's well said. One person was like, we're probably men on the hiring team. Sad but likely true. So I work in an industry, I'm in fintech. It is very aggressive, but it's also very male heavy. So I understand having those conversations and needing to make sure that you explain and lay out the expectation, because yes, a job may have an expectation of you, but you also have an expectation of how you should be treated as an employee, especially when you are a valuable employee. Okay, so this other person said COVID changed everything. Just because you take a break does not mean you lose your qualifications. Is it a requirement that you always need to be working in order to apply to your next job? So he had a few issues in his post, but I got the main point. So somebody said risk. Client being the spineless drone that I am, and also made the culture of corpse-like obedience. I must reject this person because of fear. Wow. And so this one person says, maybe the government should intervene in this topic. No company should reject female candidates for this reason. So taking care of the family and babies is also an important job. I 100% agree. For a while I was a stay-at-home mom, and you juggle so much with being a mom to begin with, because you feel like you're leaving your family. Long gone are the days where it's like, we can just stay at the house and just cultivate. Even if I was married, at this point I am divorced. Even if I was married, my ex-husband would have had an expectation of me being at work, especially with the kids being older now. I can understand with the kids being younger. Even things like jury duty, they even give you some leeway when it comes down to jury duty. If you have small children, they don't make you come to jury duty. You can give that excuse. If your civil duties, if your expectations as a citizen even gives you some leeway to not have to come to jury duty, what is it to be said about a job? And that's the problem. That's why a lot of people have gotten to apply to jobs, stay on a job 1 to 2 years at best. And if you don't really give them what they want, long gone are the days of staying on a job 40 plus years. Millennials, I'm a millennial. Millennials, we started it. It's like, no, you're not gonna, we don't even know if we're gonna have Social Security by the time that we retire. So what's the point in being beholden to a company that will cut you at any point in time? I also am a victim of a tech layoff just last August 2024. But the good thing about my previous role, they gave me a month and a half notice when they didn't give other people that long of a notice. And I'm just super grateful for that opportunity. But anyways, if you have any thoughts about this, please let me know. I just feel like it's a piss poor job that our job market is doing. Like, you want qualified people, yet it's you keep dangling the carrot and it keeps going higher and higher and higher. You don't really want to do what's necessary to hire great work, great talent, and you don't want to do what's best to retain your great talent. So let me know. I didn't want to make this video too long. Let me know in the comments what you think about this post, and what you feel about gap years, like in between your job and having family, having babies or getting married, having an injury. Even with men, when I do believe in men being able to come home, and if their wife has a child, then they have medical leave. Like, I really do believe that's their parental duties to be able to come home and enjoy that new baby for a little while and then go back. I have so many things to say about this, but I'm going to cut it short. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Latoya, and I talk about faith, family, and business. And today was about business. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.
Latoya, Latoya. Yeah, she got that drive. Latoya, Latoya. She's the one to thrive. Latoya.